Y'all already know what this is. It's on the lockout. I promised you guys that I was gonna. Yo, I can't. I can't. Sorry, guys. Yo, it's just that I was trying to get this right, recording, man, and right before this, I was like going in hard body. These are things that happen during these recordings and all that. And I'm going in and I'm saying the name. I'm like, I'm like, yo, this is on the lockout gang / lockout fam. We got Blake in the building. Blake, tell them where you from and where you, and I'm like Blake and Major to death, and he's like, bro, it's mine of Major, man. And I just busted out laughing, like, yo, what the hell? And I deleted it and we started doing it all over again. But we here. This one I'm not gonna delete. I'm posting them just like that, bro. I haven't had a laugh like that in a minute, bro. Like, it was crazy because thought I was the man. I'm going in. You feel me? Like, I'm going in. I'm gassed up. Like, I just woke up not too long ago, did what I had to do, brush my teeth, and I'm like, yo, let's get it. Anyway, sorry about that, guys. So listen, tell the family where you from, your time you did, and all that, man. Break that down. What up, man? Welcome. You already know.
You already know, bro. Yeah, first of all, shout out Lockout fam. Y'all probably seen me in the chats and on the lives, my comments or whatever. It was Mind of Major. Coming in from Baltimore, Maryland.
Maryland in the building.
Yeah. Better known as Bodymore Murder Lane.
Okay.
Yeah. East side to be exact. In the heart of the side, Monument Street area. Google it.
Okay.
But back, I caught 2 felonies back in '93, back to back. The first one was a house raid. I got caught in that joint, 100 joints.
You broke up, brother. You broke up a little bit.
Yeah, and the first one, it was a house raid, 100 and something pills and a handgun, house raid or whatever. I get booked on that. I get a $50,000 bail, but it ended up getting reduced to a $25,000 bail. So I ended up making bail on the first one. I was home 10 days and got booked again for another possession with intent. And by that being my second felony that I was waiting to go to court on, I don't know about nowhere else, but here, they're not giving you no bond if you got 2 felonies that you waiting to go to court on. So that held me.
You kind of done at that point, but in I don't know, man. But I be seeing in the town out here in these boroughs, man. And I'm just to touch on that real brief, brother. Listen, these dudes be on a bunch of bails, man. Like, dude be like, man, he definitely got to be telling. Like, it looks crazy. Like, dude be like, yo, I'm out on 5 bails right now. Like, it be crazy out here, bro. I'm like, yo, you serious, bro? I don't know, man. But to each his own. But go ahead, my bad, man.
Yeah, but when I caught that second one, that held me. So I sat for a minute and I actually ended up squashing the first one out. I mean, not the first one, but the second charge, I ended up getting rid of that one first. I ended up sitting over there for like about 4 months, close to 4 months. And they gave me, 6 months time served on that second charge. So I came back out on that bail that I was already on for the first charge.
Right.
So I'm still fighting that charge. And it was like, I stayed out for about maybe another 5 months while I was fighting that. But I ended up having the cop on that one. But I got my lawyer to get me, because I was working at the time while I was going back and forth to court. I got my lawyer to get me work release. You feel me? They wanted me to take. It was funny because they was trying to give me a year on that day I went to court, but I wasn't. I wasn't planning on not coming back home, right? So
Right.
right. So he had another client in there. So he was like, "Well, sit down and they're gonna recall your case."
Mhm.
So when he was handling this other client case, he had got him 18 months at a halfway house, right? But they let him go back home that day while they did a pre-sentence investigation to make
Oh,
sure that he qualified.
so you was like, I want that. What he got?
Exactly. Exactly. So he was like, "No, but that's 18 months. They're only offering you a year."
I
I
don't care.
said,
I want
"I
that.
don't care." Right. I was like, "I don't care."
Right.
Right. So when they called my case back, he told the judge, explained to the judge how I was working, and I wanted to take the 18 months and do it like that.
Right.
But the judge was like, "Well, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna give him 5 years and suspend everything except 6 months." And I had to go to the halfway house for 6 months on that. And when I left the halfway house, I ended up having like, I think it was 2 or 3 years of probation. I had to back up after that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
Could you break down like real brief, like when you say suspended sentence? Because for the people that's never been, on these court situations, and hopefully no one to have to go through it. We never glorify. He's just telling his story, sharing it with the people in hopes that somebody could learn something out of it, or maybe they had the same case and something he say could help them out and keep them out of trouble or whatever, right? But what I'm saying is, could you break down like suspended sentence? Because a lot of people don't know what that is. Like suspended, when we think it's suspended, like I said, we think of school. You know what I'm saying? Like I got suspended, man. I can't go back. You know what I mean? Whatever. So can you tell them what it is, please?
right, bet. So pretty much, it's like your sentence. The sentence was actually 5 years, right? But
Right.
you're actually only going to do 6 months of that 5 years. Now, with the probation I had afterwards, had I violated that probation, they could have given me that other 4.5 years that was on the back end of that sentence. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's pretty much how that suspended sentence thing go.
So like more or
But
less, some of those things like they be like, okay, and two, I seen this done also. Like in other words, like if you get in trouble within this amount of time, doesn't it is like that's one of the stipulations? Like the case comes back up, right?
right, pretty much that 4.5 years that was left on that sentence,
Yeah, you got to
he
do
could have
that.
gave me that had I violated that probation afterwards. You feel me?
Right,
The
right.
probation was just like parole, actually, because if I had did anything or got booked or whatever during that it was 2 years after I got released,
Right.
they could have gave me that 4.5 years.
So it's just like it's over your head.
Right, big, exactly. It's just hanging over your head until you get that back end out the way. You feel me?
Yes, which normally people wind up getting in trouble again. It's all a setup.
Exactly, it's set up.
It's meant,
Exactly.
it's meant for failure, for the revolving door, so you can keep coming back. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
Exactly. Because
But
most people won't, you know what I mean, won't make it. You know what I mean?
right,
And they know that.
right, they know
Yeah.
that. But so how? So like, could you like while you was there, because you wind up doing like what we would call in New York a skip bit, right? Because people downgrade time. Like it don't matter how much time a dude does, 6 months, a year, 2 months. His time away from his family is precious. Time is precious, but we don't realize that. We look at it like, bro, he only did 2 months, bro. It don't matter. Them 2 months, he could have died. So he could have got murked. He could have murked somebody. A lot of things happened in 2 months on the island and in different prisons and all that. But while you was there, could you say, so I respect all time. Time is time, you know? But what I'm saying is, one of the craziest moments that you seen while you was there? Did you see anything wild happen in the
Oh,
living? I mean,
without a doubt, without a doubt. I'll tell
right,
you the very first day. Now, when I went in, when I got booked on that first charge, the house raid,
right.
I was fresh off an operation. So pretty much I was supposed to be on crutches. I had an operation, had a rod put in my leg from my hip to my knee. I was actually supposed to be on crutches, but
Why? What happened?
no, I ended up trying to break up a fight between two dudes, and both of them ended up falling back on me and broke my broke my damn leg, and I had to
Wow,
have surgery.
they must have been some big ass dudes.
Right, both of them was two and some change.
Oh snap!
Right, so I had at least close to 500 pounds falling on me onto my leg. You know what I mean? When I see when I see it was messed up, it was messed up, bro.
Wow.
Twisted like a pretzel. You hear me?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but they operated on it and put it's a metal rod inside the bone, and the screws at the bottom where my knee is at, and screws at the top of my hip that
Wow.
goes into the rod. But anyway, I was fresh off of that operation when I got booked on that house raid. So I'm over the joint and I'm limping. I ain't got no crutches, no cane, no nothing. So I'm barely walking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when we go in, when you first come in the city jail, at the time they had the city jail, they would take you to the city jail. Now they got central booking, but at this time it was city jail. So when we first come in, you got to go to medical. So everybody lined up that came in together. We lined up waiting to go through medical. And where the medical was at, they had with the steps that lead out to the yard. Now, of course, it's caged in. The steps is caged in. So we standing there, and all of a sudden, you start hearing squeaking shoes and you know what I mean?
Boom.
So everybody's attention
gets popping.
Exactly. So everybody attention get diverted to where the sound's coming from.
Quick.
Before you put you see the COs. Exactly. Exactly. You see the COs and they pop in the gate.
Get out the way, move it.
Right. And the dude come running through the gate, right?
Yeah.
War. I lie to you not. He came through the gate with his arms straight in the air, like he was being sworn in, right?
Oh, like he was
leaking. Right, straight up. Right. Yeah, I mean, leaking. When I say leaking, he was leaking, right?
Oh, he got hit up.
Exactly. And where I don't know what they hit, but he could not put his arm down, right? His arm was up. And he was
and they probably like put your hands down, right?
Yeah, I mean, right. They was telling him put your hands down because the blood was just squirting. He was like, I can't.
Yeah, they don't care. They tried. Man, put your arms behind your back, bro. I can't. It's broke, man. Do like crazy things. Yeah, go ahead.
Right. It was crazy. You know what I mean? By me, and this is my first time ever having to go through. I had been locked up, but that was go to the station house, get recon. This is the first time I had to actually go through.
Oh yeah, so you seeing this shit like, holy snap, what's popping right now? Like
exactly.
Okay, facts. That's crazy. Yep.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm mind you, my leg messed up. I'm barely walking, so I'm like, oh my God. Oh, I got to get up out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm in my mind. I'm like, I got to get up out of here. Because if it go down, I ain't got no win.
Fact.
So the next day or whatever, we end up going to yard. So I link up with a couple people that I know from the neighborhood. Yeah, I mean, people holding me down with all stuff I need until you know what I mean? But I'm thinking, my man, you know what I mean, he gonna pull me so I ain't getting comfortable, right?
Right.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna go home the next day. You feel me?
Bail out. Yeah, he trying to get bailed out. Mm-hmm.
Right. So Next day roll around, I don't get called for bail. So I'm calling home. I call home, and my people's telling me, "Oh, I ain't see dude yet." You know what I mean? But the whole time, my brother, rest in peace. You know what I mean? My brother had told my man not to pull me right then, right? Because
Oh, family could be like that.
right, because I was on some knucklehead type time, you know what I mean? Whereas though I was indulging, you
So
feel me?
your family be like, yo, let him sit up in there, man. He need the help. You know, they
Right,
be
right,
like that. And
right.
they don't realize that in reality, Leo, leave him up in there. He need the help, man. He could get all that help in New York, man. Listen, in there, somebody you thought they was gonna be able to murk him and get rid of him in the street, and there's like 10 times faster. You ain't got nowhere to go, ain't nobody gonna help you.
Exactly. But that's how it went down. I'm calling home every day, like, oh, what's going on? What's going on? But he ain't telling me, you know what I mean, with the situation. He telling me he ain't seen dude. So my mind clicking like, man, when I see this dude, you know what I mean, when I get up out of here and I see him, it's on. You feel me?
Yeah, I'm popping his top.
Right. So eventually I'm sitting there after a week. I get on some time like, man, I'm just pressing my bunk now pretty much. You know what I mean? I'm accepting, man, I ain't going home. He done played me. You feel me? So
Right.
I'm pressing my bunk. But like on the 10th day, I'm sitting there, we locked in, I'm pressing my bunk. Out of nowhere, they start calling releases, that last call for releases. They calling numbers or whatever. They call my number. I'm so content with not going home. They had to call my number 3 times before I actually, you know what I mean,
Oh,
realized they was calling me.
yeah, you thinking like at this point, like, nah, that's not me. I'm hearing shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or they calling me for something else. Like, yo, hold on. Like, we just ignore it. But it's that you getting released. So they did come for you, but they made you lay up almost 2 weeks. Like, get your shit
Right,
together, little homie.
right. Exactly. My
Mm-hmm.
man, my celly, yeah, I mean, my celly was like, yo, that's you, yo. They calling you, yo. That's your bill. So I'm like, oh, snap, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, go. Yeah, I mean, so I get out, I come home. Yeah, I mean, and when I get home, first thing on my mind, I'm ready to go find my man to see what took him so long pulling me. But my brother come past the house and he was like, "No, yo, that was me. That was me. I told him to leave you there for a minute and let you dry out. You know what I mean? Get your thing together. You feel me?"
Yeah, but we
I
looking
was
at
like,
these dudes like, you stupid dude. You bugging.
right. I'm like, man, is you crazy, man? You know what I mean? Knowing I got a bad leg, I got a bad leg. When he was laughing, my brother was a fool, man.
Yo.
Brother was crazy. You know what I mean? So he laughing, he finding the whole thing funny. You know what I mean? It's like, boy, what nothing gonna happen to you? You know what I mean? So I'm
Yeah.
bugging out, but like I see, that whole coming on that bell was really short lived. Cause like I said, 10 days later, I was right back like I left something.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
feel me?
right back in the street. Yeah, we don't learn nothing. We go right back. That's why whoever's watching, man, learn something out this, man. Because I used to do the same thing. Get locked up. You chill for like a day or two. If that, there's times that I came out like today, God bless me, and go right back to hanging out in the same place. Like I've never left. Like nothing ever happened. Like, yo, what up? Yo, what's popping? Yo, wait. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you got my.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You leave things behind. Dudes are doing what they want. Like, yo, where my, but it's crazy how we just go right back to the street. But yo, it's funny how you told your brother, you said, boy, is you crazy? Like for real.
Exactly. Exactly. But when I went back after that 10 days, when I went back and I ain't getting no bail, I ended up sitting there for like 4 months again, 4.5 months. Like I said before, no, that's when I sat there that 4.5 months before I came back out on the bail. But I eventually got that like I said, got that second charge taken care of at the time served and let me come back out on the bail. But while I was in there that 4.5 months, man, you you can just imagine you gonna see it all. I mean, it became a pretty much you can look forward to seeing somebody get poked up at least 3-4 times out the week. You feel me?
Yeah,
somebody catch it.
Yeah, definitely. When you was there, when you was there, like was there gangs like running that jail or something like that? Like who was running the jail? Like
See, back then, this was like in '93. This was '93, and
right.
actually, it wasn't no Bloods. It wasn't that blood. It wasn't no gangs like that. Not the Bloods and Crips and stuff like that at that time here in Baltimore. Really, Bloods and Crips ain't start popping off like that until the 2000s. Back then, you had the Muslims. I'm quite sure BGF was in there. You know what I mean? But that was pretty much all you pretty much heard in the far as gang, you know what I mean, was jail at the time.
Yeah, everywhere is different, you know?
Right. So it was basically back then, it was basically like you had like neighborhood cliques. Like you had like, say like I'm from East Side, from East Side Baltimore. People that was from East Side most of the time clicked up together. People from West Side, they clicked up together. And then you might have had certain little areas, you know what I mean, certain blocks that clicked up, so on and so forth. But back then, it wasn't no blood and Crip thing going on inside the jails like that. Not to my knowledge, it wasn't like it is now. But right now, that's what you get in there as soon as you come in the door. Yeah, I mean? Right. So, yeah. When I was over there, when I was stuck in there, man, the craziest thing I seen while I sat in there, man. This is the craziest thing. They had this dude, right? He used to always be on the phone. And he used to be arguing, whoever he was talking to on the phone, he would be all hyped up or whatever.
Wow, I hate that.
Right. So everybody thinking, oh man, he talking to his girl, blah, blah, blah. You know what I mean? But I mean, to each his own, man. He was, you know what I mean, during the time he was there, he was known for, you know what I mean, doing some wild things, you know what I mean, with them boys, right? So you thinking the whole time he talking to a broad, he flipping out over a broad, you know what I mean? Whole time he could have been talking about a dude. I mean, to each his own.
Yeah, of course. We love everybody, but he was talking to a dude. Wow, that's crazy.
But it was, I mean, it was just kind of unusual once things start unraveling like they did. But anyway, we out in the yard one day, right?
Right.
We got yard one day. So the way the yard was set up, in the corner of the yard, like you got cement wall all the way, you got cement all the way around the yard. But in this one corner, like it had to be at least about every bit of 10, 11 feet up in the air. It was like a pipe. I don't know what kind of pipe or whatever it was coming out of the cement wall, right? So we in the yard, we walk in the yard or whatever. Of course, you on point, you paying attention to everything that's going on. So I see this tall dude in the corner. Dude had to be 6 something, at least 6'5", 6'6". And there's another tall dude over there with him. So all of a sudden, you see dude stoop down, put his feet on his shoulders, and he hoist him up. And he grabbed the pole. Right?
Yeah.
And pulled himself up and got to the top of the wall. Next thing you know, he was over the wall, right? So I'm like, damn, right? Now, then that half of the yard probably seen this, right? Now, mind you, the dude that I say was that was just talking about flipping on the phone with the peoples, whoever he was talking to, he saw it. So, and he was close to the guy, so when he did it, He was like, yo, put me up there, put me up. And the guy put him up. Mind you, other dude already over the wall. Ain't nobody see him, right? So
Wow.
when the dude put the other dude up there, as he was kind of shorter, so he was struggling to get over the wall, right? And the guards at the tower saw him. So they hit the alarm, boom, right? So as he get over the wall now, over top of the wall, it was a roof, I guess, and it led to the street. Whereas though you can run to the ledge of the joint, it's a drop. It's a nice old drop, but once you drop, you got the projects, right? You got the projects right by the jail. So, you know what I mean? You would be good.
After you bust your shit.
Right, pretty much.
Yeah.
Right. You got to be on your real motherfucker. What's that parkour? You had to get your parkour on.
After you I've jumped some far shit, like breaking into like warehouses and all that. When I used to work with the organized crime, bro, I felt like my legs were gone. But go ahead, bro. So these dudes are at this point they escaping.
Right, pretty much, right? First dude made it down. He came off of that. Like I say, he was like 6-something, right? So he got down off of that wall, right? He made it all the way to the projects, right? The shorter dude, he came off the wall. I think he hurt his leg because they caught him right on the side of the jail, right on the side. But they ended up catching both of them. They caught him on the side of the jail, and they caught the other dude in the projects, right? Man, the dude that went over second, like I say, he was on our section. So, man, they brought him back through there. When they gathered this stuff up, man, I swear, he looked like that elephant man, bro. He had knots everywhere. Knots here, knots there. I mean, when I say they lumped him up, they lumped him up. You hear me? It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. I was like, man, I'm standing there and I'm like bugged out. I'm like, yo, did that just happen? But I'm tripping because the second dude now went over. How you just blow that man's shot? You know what I mean? That man probably was plotting on that for a minute. You know what I mean? And he had actually made it. And you just...
he involved himself in it like, yo, I'm out too.
Right. You know what I mean? Well, I already know if they ran back into each other, I already know how it went down. You feel
facts. Facts, bro.
Yeah,
like, you messing up my whole thing. I'm doing something. You're like getting involved. Like I would have told you I wanted you to be involved with this thing. Like,
right.
I mean, that's what I'm getting at. What you're saying, right? Like, homeboy just put himself in there. Am I right or am I wrong?
Right. Exactly. Yeah. That's exactly what happened.
That's crazy.
Man. But it was a whole other than just having to be on point. I'm healing, you know what I mean, as far as my leg on having to be on point, watching, because even though you might go in there on some humble type,
don't matter,
you know what I mean, stuff that you did in the street can follow you up in that joint. You never know who you're gonna run into. So the whole time you in there, you got to be on point. You know what I mean? Even though I was in there with a lot of dudes that, you know what I mean, from around the way, and
from the wire
went down, I'd have been, you know what I mean, I'd have still been cool. I had people that was gonna hold me down had I needed that. But it's just, you know what I mean, you got to hold your own as well. You know what I mean? You got to be able to hold your own as well.
Facts.
But the worst thing out of it all, it was the mind thing, man. You know what I mean? Because when I went in there, you know what I mean, I'm dealing with somebody, you know what I mean? And when I went in, man, the craziest thing happened. I'm stuck in there. I ain't even got no, you know what I mean? I ain't even got no time yet or nothing, right? I'm sitting there. I'm probably in there for about maybe at this time, maybe a month and a half, 2 months at best, right? So I get mail. Boom. I get my mail.
Holy snap, not the mail.
Right. You know what I mean? So this joint from my people's children mother, right? So I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? it wasn't what I thought it was.
Yeah.
Right? I bust a joint open, it end up being a Dead John letter, right? And for
Mm-mm.
those that don't know, that Dead John letter is pretty much you done just got cut off. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's right.
Right.
That's a
Sport
sad.
coat then right. Sport coat then got your girl. You know what
Yep.
I mean?
Facts.
Pretty much. And I'm bugging. Now and I'm heated. You know what I mean? I gotta worry about this. Now this hitting on my mind. You know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
damn, you know what I mean? I'm mad. The whole thing I'm mad about because I already know pretty much you can't stop nobody from doing nothing. You know what I mean? But I'm
Right.
like, the thing that bothered me the most was I ain't even getting no time yet. You know what I mean?
Right. Oh, I get it. Because our whole thing is like at that moment, you like, bro, I just got locked up. Like, since when this shit been going on? Because it's probably been going on way before that I got locked up. Because this shit is
Exactly.
too fast. Like, I just got here. You already with another dude? Like, this.
Right.
Now they want to lie. Like, I just mad at them. Like, homegirl, listen, bro.
Yeah,
You've
that's
been,
crazy.
no matter what you say, our mind is racing at this time, and that's the last thing that you need while you locked up is these
Right.
problems that you're trying to focus on with the politics and what's going on so you can stay alive and afloat doing your bid. People don't understand that. So you don't need these problems. But when that problem comes, that's big. Thank God I never really had that problem while being doing a bid. Like my shorties always was there. But my thing has always been like, bro, if she's doing something, more power to her if somebody's blowing your buns out, right? But just
Right.
please, whatever you do, keep in mind all the good times that we had. Try not to focus on the bad and keep bringing me my little commissary and my packages and the letters, please. And don't tell me nothing about him because
Right.
and I'm not talking about all women. I'm just saying at this point, we just having conversation, right? Because I'm not saying all girls, but some, right? Because we don't want to bash women and nothing like that. Like I don't do that, but what I'm saying is that they'll just finish putting the bang bittable all in their grill and come to you on the visit and be like, "Give me a kiss, babes," because they be crazy like that, like they're dirty
Right.
like that, my dude. Because they want you to feel that there's nothing going on, and in their head,
Right.
if you the type of dude like ever got into a beef with her or smacked Thundercats out of her, or whatever, she's getting off on that. Like, yo, give me a kiss, and
You already know.
she's like, yeah, you just swallowed homeboy's carnation middle. You know what I'm saying? Like, whatever. Like that's crazy, bro. Like, don't kiss me, please. Don't diss me like that because then I'm gonna go in when I find out. Like, I was with her that
Right.
day when she went to see you in the whip. Cause some dudes straight tell on them and tell everything. And
Right.
then the dude becomes your boy and he wants to tell you everything. You feel me? And
Right.
he's like, yeah, bro. Right before she went to see you, I just had put them, you know what I'm saying, in her Miz
Right.
outfit and all that.
Exactly.
It gets crazy, bro. But
Yeah. Not. And I throw that in there. I throw that in there to see for anybody that's watching. You know, you got a lot of people that might
yeah,
think, yeah, they got their, you know what I mean, they got their relationship or smash. You know what I mean? Because you spending money, you know what I mean? You spending money, you handling your business. But if you got a broad that you taking care of, that whereas though she not doing nothing for self, she used to being having everything given to her. Once you out the picture, somebody else got to fill that place. You know what I mean? So
facts.
more than likely, it's gonna happen. So you're gonna be just keep in mind that if you in that type of situation, it's a 5 out of 10 chance, it's a 50-50 that
Mhm.
that might be something that you're gonna have to think about, you know what I mean, and deal with and being stuck there and having that on your mind, that's the type of thing that'll stress you out and might have you somebody say something out the way to you. Next thing you know, you popping off. That
Yeah.
you running your little 6 months up to 5-10 years. You know what I mean? Just on,
Facts.
you know what I mean, popping off because of that situation. You know what I mean?
Yep, getting mad because she left you and you pounding. I seen it done. Duke will pound another dude out. You pounding out your another black dude, another Spanish dude. People, we good for beating and pounding on each other. In the jail system, that's what happens. It's crazy, bro. Like we get in there instead of helping each other, people will bully each other. Like if you go to a jail where it's dominated by blacks, I seen it all the time on the island, bro. These people are like, oh, we not oppressing our own people. We not doing it, bro. It's blacks robbing blacks. It's just most of the
Oh, yeah.
time. And God and forgive me because you know why I say that? Because like I always say, yo, I'm black. You know that I got family that's black and all that. But the majority of Spanish dudes, you don't really see it. And it's not because I'm Spanish or whatever, but it's rare you see a Puerto Rican dude on the island or anywhere go and take a chain from another Puerto Rican dude. It's backwards. But you see blacks all day, like he got a fly pair of sneakers, and they'll be like, nah, I want those. A black brother to another black brother. Like, you crazy, bro. Chill. But then we get mad when we be like, yo, the so-called whoever in society is putting us down. Now we putting ourselves down by doing that. They laughing at us.
Right. That's exactly. You exactly right. Cause that's on my channel. Now, I mean, I be doing commentary, like I do commentary videos, right? And that's the thing that I be hitting on in every video. At some point, I'm hitting on that type of thing. How, I mean, because we ain't even, our city don't even have 1 million people in this city, but we got over 300 murders for the year. You know what I mean? And the year ain't even over yet. It's like every day somebody getting murked out. You know what I mean? And a lot of that stuff be senseless, man. You know what I mean? And that's what I do pretty much with my channel. You know what I mean? I be trying to talk to people, you know what I mean, trying to change the way they thinking. You know what I mean? Maybe I don't care. Maybe I get lucky and save one person, two people, somebody actually listen and say, yeah, he right. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm gonna listen to what he's saying. I'm gonna apply what he's saying and see if it works. You feel me?
Yeah, and the worst of the whole situation is that your city is full of mostly blacks, so therefore it's blacks doing it to blacks. It's nobody else. And then someone can sit there and cry all day about, yo, but they put the guns in on. Come on, let's stop blaming other people for our defects of character and our behaviors. It's just us, bro. As people, we fucked up individuals, point blank. We want what the next man got, and it's sad. Instead of working hard for it, you want to take it. And I know because I used to do stick-ups and all that, but as the people, it makes it look bad. You know what I'm saying? Then people are like worried about how people look at them. Bro, you keep doing that. So I get it when you say, you know, people is out there. It is what it is. There's nobody else out there. Like your city's full of blacks and probably Puerto Ricans, if that. You know what I'm saying? But it's mainly blacks. You know what I'm saying? That's doing this. And I'm not saying like go do it to somebody else, but when you're doing it to your own people, it's like you're still oppressing. You still oppressing your own people, bro. I don't get it, bro. But anyway, man, thanks for popping out and coming in and sharing a little bit of your story, man. Everybody's story is important. I told the family and everybody that I was gonna do Lockout Family first. That's why I'm doing these interviews, whether it's Baltimore, Philly, wherever you out in the world. That's why these interviews are happening first. Nobody's time is more important than the next man's time, because I got people that are going to come on the show that had 25 to life. I've got people that's going to come on the show that's actually tuning in from a jail. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? We airing that too. We out here. We doing it. You know, he's with it. I'm with it. Like, it don't matter, bro. That's on you. I'm not the one that's going to get. They're like, nah, bro, we got it smashed. All right, so we going to do this then. I got a lot of people lined up, a lot of new content coming with dudes that been bidding for years, but none of that impresses me and none of that's important to me because I myself was bidding for years. So it takes a lot to impress me, but I respect the man that did way less time and is still willing to tell his story. Every story is important, and that's what I'm trying to show you guys with this content that I'm putting out. When people's stories is like he did less time, like, oh, him, because people be like, oh, his little skip it. It don't matter if he did it. He was away from his family. The pain is the same, just the time is different. But all time is important. You know what I'm saying? I love you guys. Check out his page. His page is Mind of Major. Mind of Major. He's a good dude. You can tell he's a good dude. I F with him. I talk to him all the time. I got love for him. You already know, Major. Thanks a lot for locking out. Who's locking out next on the lockout? You shook? What's up? Pop out. Lock out on the lockout. Don't be scared. You heard? Thanks a lot, Major. Love you, bro.
Oh,
You
thank you, bro.